everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers. But it's set to be a cold one at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. That's where we'll say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Despite the elements, these fans here in Western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Look at the spin. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On second down, here's Crowell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. And here's Shane Graham now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. On second down, it's Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Roethlisberger. Bryant has it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
This is Crowell, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Graham now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And here's Shane Graham now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. And they had a great fourth down stop last time that set their offense up great. Offense able to score. So offense probably over there saying, hey, do that again.
Exactly what they're saying. That's working together. That's being in tandem right there. Stop them on defense. Offense gets great field position, rolls in and puts points on the board. I think you're exactly right. Can you do it for us one more time? We'll take it.
And he'll try and do it again. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. And some room to run now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Complete to Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter down. Plenty of back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
To throw here, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darius Hayward-Bay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A gain of 6 there on first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a handoff to Crowell. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it in. To the end zone.
Check that. Check that. Like 52 right here. He's coming. He's coming.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Bryant has him. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Ben to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. Yes. We'll be sending you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Coates. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And they're going to speed things. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers. But those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
We're a tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Caught here left side by Brett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Brett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And here's Shane Graham now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Complete to Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. And quickly they get to the line. Now it's Roethlisberger. Bryant has him. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Roethlisberger will throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Darius Hayward-Bay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that. As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Defense showing blitz. Now a play. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Roethlisberger looking to throw. That's caught. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll fight forward to about. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. The Steelers.
All right. Hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Second down now after the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Roethlisberger. And this one is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all. All over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Brought in by... Coates.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. It's on the play, and it'll be a second and long. Ben to throw again. Complete to Bryant. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Ben on third and long. And it's complete to... Darius Green. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles. Was a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now it's Crowell, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
On the run, it's Crowell. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side with a play.
Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. First down carry now for Crowell. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Let's go. 3-19.
Crowell. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns have got him in the lead. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. We turn our attention here to Martavis Bryant. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that... He was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Roethlisberger will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's strong running. He's going to let it fly. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And the Browns getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, an 18-yard touchdown run. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarvis Byrd. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the counter, it's Crowell. And some space here. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 69 yards. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that? He tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Mettenberger Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Here's Mettenberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run with Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Crowell. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
On third down, Johnson. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Cleveland, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.